by Paperhead.com, the leader in sportsbook management software. And now, live from Hollywood, California, it's Sean's Sports Show. Tonight's starting lineup at guest, hailing from Chantilly, Virginia, comedian Eddie Pence. Coaching Sean's Sports Show, as always, it's Coach T. Chicago's favorite sidekick, John Huck. And now please, give it up for Bethlehem, Pennsylvania's own, the host of Sean's Sports Show, Sean Green.
Welcome to Sean's Sports Show. I'm your host, Sean Green. Well, couldn't do a MLB All-Star show without talking about one of the great summer sporting events, and that, of course, is Nathan's hot dog eating contest. Nathan's had their oldest competitor of all time enter, Rich the Locust Lefebvre, who is 74 years old, and we got a photo of this guy. He calls himself the Locust because he destroys food and was around when the Bible happened. They wrote the Bible, whatever. Is it really fair to include a guy in an eating contest where shitting themselves is not out of the ordinary? Somebody better check this man for a PED, performance enhancing diaper. While we're talking gross eating news, Major League Baseball is considering ending their partnership with Papa John after Papa John used the N-word on a conference call. Well, before we jump to any conclusions, maybe he was just quoting a DMX song, guys. They never actually said what N-word it was, so maybe he was talking about Noki and just is an idiot. Can we just get back to the old Papa John's when Papa John was just a guy who loved garlic dipping sauce and making out with Peyton Manning? Never forget that. Well, this is a baseball edition of Sean's Sports Show, and this story qualifies because it took place at Dodger Stadium. Dead & Company was playing a show at Dodger Stadium, and John, as you heard yelling, was at the concert, and he sent me a photo of a guy at the concert in a Deshaun Jackson jersey. Listen, I'm a huge Grateful Dead fan and a Philadelphia Eagles fan, and I can say without a doubt this is a horrible idea. The last thing you want to think about while tripping on mushrooms is the Chip Kelly era. The heartbreak of the 2008 NFC Championship, the 2010 tragic ending to Vic's comeback. You are inviting a bad trip of epic proportions, sir. All right. Last but not least, this is possibly the greatest story, courtesy from a man who played 13 All-Star games, Mickey Mantle. In 1972, the Yankees sent Mantle a letter asking him to share his most outstanding moment that happened at a Yankee Stadium. We actually filled out a little survey. They sent it to Mickey Mantle. He sent it back, and this is pretty great. I'll read this for you guys. It says, "I consider the following my outstanding experience at Yankee Stadium." He wrote back, and I quote, "I got a blowjob under the right field bleachers by the Yankee bullpen." They go on to say this event occurred on or about, give as much detail as possible. He wrote back, "It was about the third or fourth inning. I had a pulled groin and couldn't fuck at the time. She was a very nice girl and asked me what to do with the cum after I came in her mouth. I said, I don't know, don't ask me. I'm no cocksucker. Signed, Mickey Mantle." Really, any joke I tag onto that story pales into comparison to Mickey Mantle just being... The fact that he sent that in like, yep, this is definitely going into the Yankee anniversary celebration. The guy getting laid. Honestly, I mean, listen, this show's, I'm living the dream. The dream I had as a kid. I'm hosting my own sports show. The Eagles have won a Super Bowl. I've touched boobs. I'm checking off everything I've wanted to do in my life. And I decided to add to that bucket list by hosting my very own home run derby. Let's take a look. Welcome to Sean's Sports Show, first annual home run derby. I'm facing off against John Huck here. Winner gets to host the rest of Sean's Sports Show. We got a pretty easy point system. 10 points if it goes through the blue, 20 points if it hits a prop, 50 points if it goes through the red square. Everything else is an out. 10 outs. Play ball. Right down the line.
Are you swinging as hard as you can? Whoa! Oh! 8 outs. 8 outs.
You got cocky early.
I think you're swinging too hard, personally. I think you're trying to murder it.
I've been lifted too much.
Oh my God, that's exactly what I was gonna say. Stop lifting. You're regular Barry Bonds.
Oh!
Did you hit anything?
I hit the football phone.
But then you didn't swing it hard enough.
It didn't come off. I'm playing my swing coach, John Hunt.
That was inside. That was on me.
10
Sorry
out.
about that. All right, I'm right-handed, so I'm different.
Oh, I mean, this is designed for you to succeed.
I'm also a little bit Rizzo. I like to.
You crowding? I gotta brush you back with some inside heat. 0 out, 0 points. Ooh. We didn't factor swinging and missing.
I think I heard there was some commotion back here.
2 outs. Oh,
You're doing nothing to get out of the way.
oh. 6 outs.
Man, that was straight up. Jesus.
Oh, the bunt. The bunt swing. Oh. Where'd it go?
Is it in your butt? No!
Hey!
10. One more out.
8 outs.
8 outs.
Oh. Oh. Oh!
Did I knock it over?
Yeah.
Oh!
30 points.
Winner! Hey! All right.
Congratulations to John Huck, who vanquished me in Sean Sports Show first ever annual home run derby. John, congrats.
Thanks, man. Thanks. And now I get to be the host. So welcome to John's Sports Show.
Welcome back, everyone, to
John's Sports Show.
All right, John. Well, I guess now what?
I'm going to assign you to do the interviewing and all the
All right.
talking.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna sit over here and observe the show as I would like to see it done.
Oh, well, hey, you're the host. It's your wishes. Whatever you want, John.
Thank
I'm here to serve.
Thank you.
That was pretty fun with the home run derby. Give us your thoughts going into the derby.
Well, I didn't realize I'm going to have to pull swings. Like you can't go full out, and I had to choke up. I haven't had to choke up on a bat for a very long time. But it felt good to be a winner. That definitely felt good.
Yes. And I mean, listen, we had a good 6 minutes of home run derby tape. We had to cut down.
Yeah.
Stuff that didn't make it in that's worth talking about is, unfortunately, I hit a couple shots. Listen, I only have one speed, and it's 100, John.
Yeah, you didn't pull anything. You were whipping them back there.
Swinging a little too hard, possibly. The ball got stuck pretty far up, and our producer, Kellen, had to get a step ladder out and go up there and fish the ball out.
Yeah.
And I really felt like a kid. The adult came in and was like, what'd you do?
Wow.
You lost your ball.
Yeah, that really reminds me of like me and my brother were playing baseball one morning. My mom was like, "Don't use a hard ball if you're gonna be."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah, shut up, woman." And I went outside.
Moms don't get sports.
And my brother was standing like from me to the camera, and he just kind of lobbed one in, and I just nailed it, and it just shot him in the chest. He went back like he'd been, blown away by a shotgun, and all I could say was, "Please don't tell Mom. Please don't tell Mom. Please don't tell Mom." It's his birthday, by the way. Happy birthday, Jeff.
Give a shout out to Jeff Huck, checking out the stream of Sean's Sports Show Live. John, I don't know about you, but for me, when I go to the ballpark, a big part of it is the eating, right?
Oh, man.
What's your go-to food when you go to the ballpark?
Well, I attend a lot of Dodger games, so I usually do I do one Dodger dog in front of the people I'm with, and then I excuse myself, go to the bathroom later.
Wait, you have a
another
bathroom
one.
Dodger dog?
I don't eat it in the bathroom,
Oh,
but I
okay.
like go hide out by a pillar or something when no one's around. And I like Popcornopolis.
What's Popcornopolis?
Popcornopolis is like this kind of caramel corny. I don't really know how to explain it, but it's like caramel corn, but with different flavors. And they do like chocolate and peanut butter is a popular one.
Yeah, I came across this. I was doing some checking out crazy, freakish ballpark foods, and I came across Texas Rangers. They have a boomstick dog. It's a 2-foot all-beef hot dog smothered in chili, nacho cheese, jalapenos, and caramelized onions, all on a massive potato bun. The thing weighs in at 3 pounds and costs $26.
Ooh, it should
So
cost $500 so nobody buys it.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of a crime to allow people to purchase that.
Terrible.
Listen, I mean, don't get me started on healthcare in the country, but if we just eliminated boomstick dogs, that
That would
might
take care of 30% of it.
It's like all of a sudden there's no one
No one's having heart attacks at 30 years old.
Yeah, heart attacks have gone down 40% in Texas just of the elimination of boomstick dogs. But hey, they phrase it as like, hey, it's a team effort.
I was going to say, you can't do that on your own.
You can't do that on your own. So I thought it would be fun, John, if you and I put together a hypothetical hot dog team that we would use of MLB All-Stars or just guys in the league at one time or another to take down the boomstick dog. John, let's take a look at who you got.
Let's do it.
For your boomstick dog team, your hypothetical hot dog team.
Ah, there they are. Look at that lineup.
Lovely group of individuals. Walk us through your starting lineup here, John.
Well,
wait, real quick. I do love that they have a mini baseball bat for reference.
Yeah.
As if anyone knows, like, oh,
that's
exactly.
24 inches.
Exactly, the mini bat baseball size. It's not a yardstick. Who the fuck knows how big a mini baseball bat is? It's just a weird point of reference.
I agree.
Okay.
I agree. I have Jose Altuve.
Altuve.
One, World Series champion. Two, kind of a shorter gentleman.
Yes.
And I think when you watch these hot dog eating contests, if you watch the Nathans and you look at who does win, it's never an obese person. It's always like a guy you're like, that guy ate how many hot dogs? So, and Altuve doesn't quit. He never quits.
Doesn't have quit in him. I like that. You need someone with fire in their belly. I was doing research for this hot dog eating stuff.
You did research?
Yeah, well, not really, but about Nathan's hot dog contest, and they interviewed some of the contestants, and one reporter was like, hey, I mean, off the record. Somehow we still got it, but they go, I think when you heard the guy's answer, they had to put it on the record.
Now it's on the record.
But he goes, off the record, I mean, you're eating so much food. What about going to the bathroom afterwards? And the guy just looked at him and goes, our actions have consequences. It's just the scariest thing you can think of visually.
Like
if someone just said like, oh, I destroyed the bathroom, you're like, what? Actions have consequences. That's terrifying.
That is terrifying.
All right, who else you got? You got Randy Johnson.
I got Randy Johnson because, in a pinch, I think that guy could just neck it down, and he wouldn't even have to he could just get it. Like he's tall enough that he could probably get the whole thing in there.
Plus Randy Johnson, as you saw in that famous clip of him destroying that bird, he's comfortable taking out animals.
Oh,
so
he's not
he
a
doesn't have
vegetarian.
any sort of conscience.
No, he's not with PETA.
He's not going to be thinking about a pig or like, oh, I follow this pig on Instagram, which my fiance makes me do to try to get me away from bacon. It's like, oh, learn this pig's backstory and you won't want bacon anymore. Joke's on you. I just love pigs more, baby. But
that's not
going to be a problem.
Look at Randy's hair. I mean, that guy, he rocked a mullet unironically for a very long time. And that's just the guy you want in a hot dog eating.
You're splitting a hot dog with a guy. A mullet's a good attribute.
Yeah. And then I got Ichiro because Kobayashi has won so many. I don't know if that's racist or not, but
it's not racist if it's funny, John.
That guy has won so many. Like he's such a tiny dude.
Yeah.
And Ichiro is one of the greatest baseball players to ever play. The guy is, if you combine all his home runs from Japan and everything, it's insane. And I just think he would be another guy who doesn't quit, no matter how old, no matter what the problem. And then of course I have Harry Carey because you got to dip that bun in Budweiser in order to get it down, and I think Harry would be okay with that.
All right, I like it, and yeah, obviously the legend of Harry Carey, because he's obviously not alive anymore, John. It feels like a Cubs fan. You know Harry Carey's dead, right?
Well, you say dead, but I say his energy is now
he lives on. He lives on. Okay, I get it.
Life is eternal.
What a great quote to attribute to Harry Carey. Life is eternal. What better? The fountain of life never ends with Harry Carey. All right, I'm going to introduce my hot dog eating team. Please welcome Sean Green's hypothetical hot dog team. First off, you got John Kruk again. A guy who has had a mullet at some point. That's a guy you want on a hot dog eating team. Also, just like he carries himself as a hot dog eater, right?
Oh.
Like
he's got a body. Babe Ruth walk.
He's got that saunter, that DH pouch.
And he played in Philly for so long. And
he's not a health nut.
I guarantee when that guy showed up at a 4th of July barbecue, people were like, oh, shit.
Fucking Crux here. Next up, Barry Bonds. I mean, listen, this guy is not afraid to do what it takes to win. A win at all costs guy is someone you need here. He's going to be, whatever you can do to cheat in an eating contest, Barry Bonds is going to be doing. And listen, also, if you're on all that testosterone, that's got to raise your appetite at some point.
Yeah,
I mean, that giant head, that can fit a lot of dogs.
And he's not interested in getting into the Hall of Fame of eating
No,
or anything.
exactly.
He just wants the glory now.
Just wants the glory now. Next up, you got Prince Fielder. Come on, like again, this is a man. Look at that shot of that guy. This is a man competing in professional sports. Look at that body. That's a body built for a belly flop contest. Like he's built for barbecues,
And
man.
if I'm not mistaken, he's a vegetarian.
Yes.
So, which is an interesting body for a vegetarian.
I'm going to force him.
Oh, no, yeah.
I'm going to, listen, and that brings me to the final point, his dad. All right, he's got a crazy relationship with his dad. He's going to, as a vegetarian, he's going to be forced to throw that away to try and impress his dad. They have a tumultuous relationship. I don't know if you guys know this, but Prince Fielder's dad, Cecil Fielder, not a great guy. Apparently stole a bunch of money from Prince. This is according to Prince. And he was a degenerate gambler. Again, this is the kind of dynamic I want in my hot dog team. We're going to win because it's a win-at-all-cost team.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
All right.
Your last guy?
That is, his dad. And
that was
yeah.
Cecil?
Yes,
oh,
his
wow,
dad,
okay.
Cecil. No, I'm not going to have Terrence on my hot dog eating team. All right, John. Time to talk about our good pals over at PayPerHead.com. You know, every year, I was talking about Cecil Fielder. Every year, $150 is wagered with individual bookies. You could be cashing Cecil Fielder's bets. Do you know what the vig is on $150 billion? It's a lot, all right?
7?
Become your own boss and become an online bookie. That's right. PayPerHead has been in the business for over 20 years, and they have all the tools you need to start and run your own sportsbook. Don't beat the bookie, be the bookie. PayPerHead.com, or give them a call at 1-888-978-0288. Our next guest isn't booking sports bets. He's booking stand-up comedy gigs across the country, and he's also the co-host of The Ralph Report with Ralph Garman. Please welcome Eddie Pence, everyone.
Woo! Thank you. How are you, buddy?
Thanks. Good.
Have a
good,
seat.
Good. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming, man. You got your Redskins jersey.
I got my
on.
Rod Gardner Redskin jersey on.
Is this going to be an issue?
What's the
Eagles,
Oh,
Redskins?
Not right now. They're on top. That's fine.
Exactly. As long
Yeah.
as he acknowledges that we're Super Bowl champs.
Look, they had their one. They needed their one. Everyone else in the
Okay.
division had 3 or more.
No, damn it, the Giants did have 3 or more.
Giants
but come
have
on.
4. Skins have 3. Cowboys, whatever.
Exactly.
You guys got
You
your
can
one.
both agree you
See,
hate the Cowboys.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
And
we have a
that's-
common foe.
Right. As much as there's a rivalry as an Eagles fan to the Giants and an Eagles fan to the Redskins, the Cowboys
There's one
being in
team.
Dallas, they're just the redheaded stepchild that you put in the basement, and you don't even respect them enough to like nod or acknowledge them in any sort of way.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Exactly. So we can both agree that the Dallas Cowboys suck.
Suck ass. So bad.
Well, it's a baseball show, and this is, I mean, listen, this is coming from a place of love, Eddie.
Yeah.
I saw you posted. I work on a clip show, and I'm always looking at clips all the time. I actually came across your clip while checking around looking for clips. I was like, oh, I shit you not, but even before we had this on, this clip has been pitched to me as a clip for a viral video. Now, it's a clip of your son playing baseball. We'll get to it in a second because I empathize with your son. I feel for your son because when I played Little League Baseball, I was not good. I was horrible. And I remember one of the moments for me was I was up in bat, and again, I was one of those guys terrified of the ball.
Yeah.
Just not a
At
great
that age, it's scary because like, you're just
Yeah.
starting kid pitch, and
Yeah.
kids have no control at that
No
age.
control.
None.
They're like Wild Thing Vaughn before he gets
If
the
you
glasses.
go at that age, if you just go up and don't swing,
Yeah.
9 times out of 10 you'll get on base on a wall.
Yeah, listen, I was worried about my OPS, so I was into taking pitches. Now, I'm in there in bat, they throw the ball, and I'm terrified it's going to hit me. So what I do is I immediately crouch like this and hide. Now, what I didn't realize was that while I was crouching, my hand was technically over the plate and in the strike zone.
That counts as a swing?
Yeah, no, the ball hit my hand, and the umpire called it a strike, which I don't know, it's got to be the first time that's ever happened, where someone gets hit by a pitch, and they call it a strike. I was so excited to take my base, and he's like, no, that's a strike.
That's a strike.
You're still in.
All right, so without hyping it up too much, this is Eddie's son trying to take a pitch in Little League. So let's take a look. Okay, nice swing, nice
He's
cut.
warming up. He's warm. He's got Deshaun Jackson's number.
Yes.
Oh, God.
It just reminded me so much of the
You hear him
trying to
say-
block it.
Can you hear him saying no, no, no?
No. Well, if you listen to the umpire right before he sings, right before Colton goes to the play, he's like, just make contact with the ball. Technically, that's what he did.
Yeah. Did it hit him in the nuts?
Right in the chest.
Oh, right in the chest. Okay.
Because
Now-
normally the instinct is to turn your shoulder
Yeah.
towards the pitch.
Not
Not
get
go-
in
not
front
pull
of
the
it.
Iron
Yeah,
Man.
he, like,
No!
he jumped like right in front of it. Was like, I'll stop it with my mind.
He jumped into the strike zone.
Has
Oh,
he?
you're
Yeah,
showing
watch
that.
it again. First off, whose phone is ringing? He did. No, he got the hit by pitch, right? He took his base.
He took the base.
Okay.
Two batters later, he scored on a.
All right, there you go. Give it up for Eddie's son.
Colton Pence.
scored.
everybody.
Getting on base,
Getting on
scoring
base,
runs.
scoring. That's all that matters at the end of the day,
Yeah,
right?
wins above replacement. Your son is going to be
win.
tough to replace. I don't know. Were you,
I was videotaping with my phone, and it went down, and you saw the ground. And most people were like, "Oh, were you concerned? You put it down?" Like, no, I was laughing. And the camera started doing it on the ground because I was like, "Holy shit! I
It's
can't
shaking.
believe."
He must be crying. No.
I was
He's
just
laughing.
But to his credit, he didn't cry. He just got up and took his base. Didn't cry. Nothing.
class act, Eddie. Now, as a dad, what's the conversation on the car ride home? Do you weigh in much, or are you trying to let him do his own thing? Like, what's the strategy? As
I was
kind
kind of like this driving, and he was
Trying to
he was in the
upload
back
it.
seat. Go, Daddy, what are you doing? I'm like, shh. Should try to think of a funny caption for the tweet I'm about to put out right
You're
now.
running jokes by him.
What can I hashtag this?
Quiet, son. We're about to go viral. All right, this is gonna go in your college fund. Whatever
You were gonna help my
$500 you get
career.
from
It went
licensing.
viral. I put it out there, and then I got a friend, Cody Decker, who plays on the Reno Aces, the minor league team for the
okay.
Diamondbacks, and he saw it immediately. And I guess it just went viral in the Aces locker room, and they were just playing it on a loop for like 3 days.
Oh my God. That's
See,
awesome.
that's where
Yeah.
technology gets weird, because when I got hit by the pitch and called it a strike, it wasn't fodder for a minor league baseball
Yeah,
team.
yeah, it was done. It was
like
over.
minutes
Done.
later.
No one ever knew about
No
it.
one ever heard about it. But now this will.
This got like 7 million views. Barstool Sports wrote a whole art. I guess some guy wrote a whole article on Barstool Sports about it.
About bad parenting or about?
No, about like
oh.
like this kid knows what he's doing. Like, how bad do you want to get on base?
Oh, okay.
This kid
Oh, it's a strategy.
take a pitch in the chest bad. That's how bad he wants to
He
get on
jumps
base.
in front of it like Happy Gilmore.
He's like, his pitch recognition was off the chart. He had till 10 Mississippi to get away from that pitch and didn't do
He
it.
was like, I see it coming, and I'm gonna take it. Good for him.
Took one for the team.
Took
Eddie,
one for
do
the
you? Your son obviously seems like a sports fan. Are you brainwashing him into the cult of the teams you like? Do you give him any
He
sort of choices?
is a Redskin fan.
Okay, there you go.
There's
That's,
no choice.
See, now again, that's something I respect. As disgusting as
It was
it
put
is
on me
to
by my
have-
father.
Yeah, exactly. You don't.
So
Someone
instead of
asked
breaking
me-
that cycle of abuse,
No.
you're
Come on,
like,
John.
you
Come
will
on,
do
John.
it too.
You will suffer as I have suffered.
Yeah.
Someone asked me, they were like, why would you choose to be an Eagles fan? Now, this is prior to them being Super Bowl champs. I'm like, you don't choose it. It's like, why would you choose to be an alcoholic? You're just genetically gifted that.
You're just also an Eagles fan.
You were a Cubs fan, which was brutal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
Forever.
was. It was.
And again, you eventually
And I was a
have your
Bears
moment.
fan, brutal forever. The Hawks were terrible forever. Like, I mean, I don't know if you remember, but the Bulls used to be bad.
That's part of being a
They're
fan.
bad again.
Yeah.
If you can't suffer as a fan,
It's a great life lesson. Now, are you afraid to like take your kid to games? Because I know Eagles games, they can get crazy. I mean, I don't know if you've ever been to the vet.
I've been to the vet once.
Yeah, and how'd that go?
I went to the vet in the 90s, and the one game the Skins won in the vet in the 90s. I was at that game. It was 1996, and I think I might have had, no, I didn't have this jersey on. I had another jersey, and I snuck in with the jacket on because you got to hide your way in. You can't go in like, I'm a Redskin fan. All you crazy ass Eagles fans.
Hey, take this.
So I
fistful of
sneak in, I
batteries.
go up to my nosebleeds, and I peel it off, and then like I'm behind all the Eagles fans, and the Skins win that game, and I'm just going nuts, and you get all the stares. And then we left with 2 minutes to go just because we wanted to get out of
Yeah,
there.
avoid
this.
being murdered.
And then I put my jacket back on me, and my buddy would get in my car, and we're driving through the parking lot, and they can see my Redskin license plate. And the guy starts beating on my hood,
Oh,
and he's like, just angry Eagles fan. He's like, hey! And I'm like, dude, what? And he's like, Sonny Jurgensen sucks. I'm Like, that was 1960.
Listen, you're gonna if you're as a bitter sports fan, you gotta hold on to
You
stuff.
can't hold on to a Sonny Jurgensen trade from the 60s.
Unless you were alive then. If you were
He
alive,
wasn't alive. He was like my
age.
age.
I don't think you can be mad at what the teams did before you were alive. But if they did something, even when you were a small child, you can be mad at that.
It was a game. It was a trade. It was just
Hey, some things never
Eagles
change.
fans just anything. Eagles
Yes.
fans just do anything to just. To
But
try
now
to start a
we're
fight.
happy. Someone said to me, they go, well, now that they won the Super Bowl, are you worried they're going to lose their edge? I go, try wearing a Cowboys jersey to opening night game. Just see what happens.
The edge.
They were people. I went to the Eagles parade, and there were people ready to fight other Eagles fans.
That's
at the
Eagles fans.
parade.
That's Eagles fans.
And it was
That is
a
like
lot
the
of like tussling, and someone goes, I'll never forget because some person just yells out, "We're supposed to be happy."
And then that person was beaten senseless.
Exactly. We don't need that kind of.
Just
Don't
don't
bring your positivity around here.
don't turn
no
into
place.
Patriots fans.
Okay. Oh,
No.
well, we may.
Oh, because Patriots fans didn't know how to win for the
Yes.
longest time, and then they got a taste of a
And
dynasty,
they've become
and they're now the
insufferable.
most insufferable fans.
Oh,
on the
it's like
planet.
Red Sox fans. No,
Yes.
that's
Same-
what happened with
same
them.
city.
They finally won a World Series, and I was happy for them. And then the next World Series, like, that is enough out of you guys.
It's enough. All right. Fuck the Patriots. Guys, we got our big game coming up, but before we do, how's that for a transition? Fuck the Patriots. I think it's time for a pep talk from Coach T. Coach T,
Absolutely.
give it up for Coach T.
Coach T.
All right. Thanks, Sean. Hey, you boys. Well, it's the middle of the summer, guys. All-Star game time. Now, if you're like me, you tune into the Midsummer Classic every year, and you say, who the hell are half these players? You see, Major League Baseball desperately wants us to care about this game. They want you to think that this game matters. If you really want people to care about this game, you really want to make it matter, I say make it fun. Do something exciting. Make Jose Altuve play 3 innings sitting on top of Aaron Judge's shoulders. Who wouldn't watch that? You know, I'm a coach. I don't even like saying that certain players are better than others. I love all of my children. I say scrap the whole concept of an all-star game. The all-star players get enough publicity. Let the average players get some shine. An all-utility player game. They could all switch positions every inning. It'd be amazing. Instead of a home run derby, you could have a sacrifice fly derby. You really want to have some fun? Get rid of the players altogether. Let the coaches play. They're already wearing uniforms. Who doesn't want to see a 60-year-old man tear a hamstring and pull a groin? It's adorable. You want to get youngsters, you want to get millennials in watching baseball again? Think of the gifs and memes of 60-year-old men tearing hamstrings and pulling groins. You'll be viral before the summer's over. Those are coaches' tips to fix Major League Baseball's All-Star game. Let's finish on the show, good boys.
Give it up for Coach
Coach
T.
T.
I had one All-Star appearance in Little League Baseball, and it was like the Mighty Ducks scenario where basically there was a rash of chickenpox and a bunch of kids got sick, and I ended up being like the 12th alternate. You know how like the Pro Bowl, everyone declines and declines. Well, a bunch of kids got the chickenpox at the same time, and I got like last alternate for the All-Star game.
Did you have a jar of chicken pox? You just lay in there?
You use these blankets.
Yeah, go on this trail of tears, kids. It's too soon for that. But I remember being in the All-Star dugout, and there was another kid from my team, and he's like, "You're here?" I go, "Yeah, of course." And he goes, "Did you get a hit at all this season?" And I just go, "I don't have to answer this question.
This interview is over.
You're out of order. This whole squad's out of order." All right, guys, time now for our big game. There you go.
Oh, we
Give it a little
applaud.
applause.
There we go.
Maybe some big game music. In tonight's big game, we celebrate baseball players' favorite tradition, and that is taking giant lippers during games. I'm going to show you guys a photo of an MLB player, and you have to guess what's in their mouth. Is it seeds, gum, or some of that sweet, sweet chewing tobacco? This is Guess the Wad. All right, guys. First up, first wad we got right here. It's blurred out nicely with the Sean Sports Show. Eddie, I'll let you go first. What is he working on?
That's tobacco.
Okay, we got a tobacco answer. You got gum, chew, or seeds. Those are your 3 options. You're going chew first. John.
I'll go with gum. Who is that, by the way? Do we know?
That's, I don't know.
New York Mets? I'm going to go with gum.
Okay. John, you are the winner. It is gum. Let's see the answer. Let's take a look at the ansser. Gum.
Yeah.
Ka-ching.
His jaw was out too far. He's working something.
Hey,
Well,
listen,
he could have the whole actual Red Man pack in his mouth.
if you want to get lost on the internet, look up crazy chew videos like John, trust me, okay? Novelty chew videos are a thing. It's guys trying to fit an entire tin. Okay.
I tried to drink a whole thing of Big League Chew
I'm
once
too
and I got
cultured
sick.
for you, John. I get it. I don't want to watch dip videos on YouTube.
Yeah.
Mr. La-Ti-Da City Boy over
Yeah,
here.
I'm British all of a sudden.
Take your tea and get out of here. All right, our next wad. Take wad 2, please. Let's see it. Oh, okay. You guys may know this guy.
Oh, Josh Hamilton?
Josh Hamilton. Eddie, what is Josh working on? He's in
Seeds.
recovery.
Seeds.
Okay.
I'm going seeds.
Seeds. John?
I'm going to say dip. He's in recovery, but that doesn't mean he can't dip, right? That's actually, like if you go to AA meetings, not that I ever have, but if you were to attend, a lot of people smoke, drink coffee.
Okay, let's see it. Show us the answer. What is he working on? And that is, that is sweet, sweet dip, guys. You'll have to.
I'm terrible.
We're
at this game.
applauding Josh.
Look,
Hamilton.
he's going to get lip cancer. I love it.
John is on fire. He
I-
just
Yeah, I
Terrible.
don't usually get this many right.
You're really good with men's mouths.
Men's mouths, dips, gums.
he knows what's in there at all
I
times.
know what's going on.
You can really tell what's
got
in a
an
dude's
innate-
mouth.
It's not just teeth, I'll tell you that.
He's got an innate ability. All right, wad number 3. Bring it up.
That's-
What is A-Rod working
That's
on?
seeds. That's
Eddie,
gotta be
you going
seeds.
seats?
I'm going to say he's working on some lies. He's a liar and a cheater.
He is.
He's a jeter.
A liar.
A-Rod, I'm going to say dip.
Let's see it. Oh, seeds. Eddie.
He's
all
too
right.
much of a pretty boy to do dip.
You're probably
douche.
right, because
He's a
it's
douche.
like, but also he's a guy that's so desperate to fit in. You could kind of see him dipping. Just come
And then
on, like
getting
guys.
sick
And
and
then
then
throwing
still
up in the
doing it, like,
dugout.
Come on, love me, guys. I mean, listen. If you're a guy who uses bronzer, you're worried about fitting in or
There you go.
like having the right look.
Yeah.
So I dip's a decent guess. All right, wad number 4. John, you're up 2-1 against Eddie. Okay, here we
Oh.
go. Multiple, such a
That's
giant
tough.
wad. It needed 2 Sean Sports Show logos. Eddie, what's he working
Oh,
on
that's
here?
tough. Gum.
John,
I'm going to say gum, too.
show us the answer. Oh, that is gum.
He's got a,
That's actual gums.
giant
That's,
retainer.
that's actual no teeth and gums.
It does look almost as if he had his teeth pulled, and he's possibly chewing another person's gum.
He ate all his teeth.
Okay, guys. Final question. This is for double the points. So Eddie, you can still win because it's 2-1 right now. So
Did you just invent that rule so that we could make this game competitive at the end?
Sean
hey,
just does
listen,
what he
we would
wants.
never fly by the seat of our pants on Sean Sports Show.
It's actually John's sports show.
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot. I lost the show in a bet. That's a gambling problem. All right, show us the final wad. Wad number 5.
Oh,
This is
That's dip.
Harvey.
Is that blood
Eddie.
from his nose?
that's
What is it?
dip.
Well, blood is mixed in with what other substance?
Dip.
Eddie, you're going dip.
I'm
John,
going with dip, too.
show us the answer. That is
Oh.
dip,
Oh,
and
That
that
dude
is
is
blood.
gnarly.
What is going on there?
The scariest part of this is look at the inning. This is the top of the inning of the first
first-
inning.
yeah.
The pitch number 1.
Which one? It looks like a toothpick in his mouth, too.
Does his team hate him? That they listen? I'm not. What I could guess why someone's nose may start spontaneously bleeding, but
Especially a guy in New York.
maybe he was out partying a little bit. I don't know, but that is.
Maybe
listen,
Doc Gooden left some
Yeah,
stuff
Doc
in the
Gooden's
clubhouse.
like, don't go to my locker.
whatever you do,
Oh, John
stay away
Sports
from
Show.
that line. All right, guys, that's it for John's Sports Show. Give it up for John Huck, your host, Coach T, our special guest, Eddie Pence.
Thanks for having me.
I would like you to read a haiku before
Yes.
you go.
Okay, I
Just
will do that,
'cause
John.
It's my show today. So
But make sure you check out Johnny is headlining the Bray Improv August 1st,
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. Check that show
And I
out.
might be throwing out the first pitch at a 66ers game on the 31st.
So stay tuned for potential minor league pitch throwing out news coming to you guys. All right, and I'd like to wrap things up as John instructed with a haiku. Please, my haiku music. Here we go. Man, I want some chew. Eddie's kid, what are you gonna do? Mickey Mantle, wow. All right, that's it for the show. Thank you guys, have a great night.